Hi everyone, this is Marcia. Welcome to this week's video. This project is going to be a pair of earrings. One I've been wanting to do for a while, a few months now, and I'm finally getting around to it. So, we have this drop. We have a pair of them. I'm going to show you the other one in a minute because it's already a finished earring. But this is, originally I thought it was glass. But the more I look at it, I actually think this is an agate, maybe a banded agate, blue lace agate. If I can get it up closer. I don't know. So, this has a hole, but it doesn't go all the way through like a bead. It just goes about 1/8 of an inch in. I don't know if you can, just that little bit. So, we are going to be putting a loop on this end with that wire. And I've already finished one. And that's what it looks like. I've taken a small piece of sterling silver wire. This is 22 gauge, round, half hard wire. We'll need about 3/8 total for the project, and I did not cut it first. I made my loop. I'll show you what I did as I go along. But anyway, and once you have the loop, you need to glue it in place, and I'm using the E6000 jewelry and bead glue. I have my needle nose pliers, I have my wire cutters, and I have my round nose pliers. I have also a ruler. You can use a Sharpie if you want to mark it first. That's not how I'm going to, if you did that, this is probably how you would do it. You could put your wire in there and you can mark it to know where you start making your loop, but I already know it's about, if I can get it on here, it's about 1/8. It is about 1/8 of an inch, so that's how I'm going to start with it. So, the glue is the last thing we need. So I'm going to put this off to the side. Like I said, these were, did I say that I found the drops and the ear wires in a jewelry jar. So that's a majority of the materials. And these are 925, that's why I'm using sterling wire. I plan on keeping these for now. And I like the precious metals, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to snip off this end because it's not flush. So I'm just going to take a very tiny, I don't even know if you can see it, it's so small, speck off that end just to make it flush on the end. And then I am going to start and I'm making a loop. Come on, focus in. And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to hold it right at that base and just turn it so that straightens it up. And then, does it matter where I hold it on here? If I hold it on my ruler and I get 1/8, that might be a little long, but this is what I was talking about. You can also use it like this. We just need 1/8 of an inch to insert. And you just mark it. I think that's probably more than enough. I might have to even snip off a tiny bit. But you've got that, and then you take your cutters, hold it on that line. I'm going to go up a little bit because I think that's more than enough. And you snip it. I'm holding both pieces so neither one of them go flying. So that is it. And let's see. That will go down in there. And I need a toothpick. Hold on. I may or may not use this. What I did, I think I did, but I just moved you. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to try to do this quick. I'm inside. I really like to work with this stuff outside. But anyway, I just took off the lid, and I'm going to get a small amount of the E6000 on the toothpick. Close that back up. This is, it won't go into the hole. It's too small. The hole's too small. So I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to pick the loop up, and I'm going to put the glue on the end. It really doesn't. I'm trying to get some down inside that hole, not just on the. This seems rather thick. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna wipe this off because that seems too thick. I don't remember having this problem last night. So let me, I don't know if it starts getting gummy at the very top. Clean that off later for sake of time. But no, it is kind of trying to pick this up. I need more hands. I'm going to get the old glue off that tip. Okay. And then I'm going to, hopefully that's enough. Well, we can only hope that that is enough. That's going down inside there. So that's how we do that. And of course, I did this one yesterday and I let it sit. I let it sit for 24, well actually, I don't know if it was 24 hours, but I let it sit overnight anyway. Anyway, that's how you do that. And when it dries, I'll open up, this has a slit at the bottom of the earring wire. And we'll just open that up, stick the loop in there and close it back up, and we'll have a pair. So I hope everyone's doing well. We've gotten some cold weather down here. I shouldn't be messing with this. But anyway, that's how I did that, and when that one dries tomorrow, I'll put the loop on, and I'll have two of these. Now, what I can do is also put just open this up and put a sterling silver ball here, right there, to add a little bit more detail to the earring. But I mean, if you all come across this, it's easy enough to do. You know, we're all used to beads with a hole that we could just put a head pin through. But if you run across these and you say, oh, I don't know, what do I do with that? Well, you just make your own little loop and glue it in. And this one is pretty sturdy. I pulled on it. I don't want to pull too hard because my luck, it will come off on camera, right? But I don't think that's going to go anywhere. This E6000, it's made to bond, and it works rather well. So, any questions? Leave them in the comment section below. Just something else that you can do with pieces, old pieces, in my case that I find in the jewelry jars that I open on my other channel. But really, you can repurpose anything. You know, your old stash jewelry you haven't worn in years. Take it apart, make new jewelry. Give it new life. So, that's it for this week. Like I said, short and sweet. So I hope I'll see you next week, but check out my other channel. You'll see where some of this stuff comes from. You'll see, the original pieces that I pull out of the jars that inspires me to get creative. We'll be back, hopefully, with another project. But until that next video, I hope you all take care. So until then, bye-bye.